Yo, what's good people, it's Cactus, and in this video, I'm going to be cooking up a beat for Eminem. This man's literally one of the best to ever do it, and seeing as though he just dropped the video for Doomsday 2, thought it would be a perfect time. I don't really know what I'm going to make yet, but I do know that I want to keep it more modern because the only other video I've done on him on the channel was a couple years ago, I think, and it was more old school. So this one's going to be a little bit different to that. But if you like these videos and you get some value from them, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because it helps out way more than you think. And let's just get straight into it. Alright, so for the BPM, it's Eminem, man. He can rap over anything. So I'm going to start on 120. And what I'm thinking to start with is some sort of short, plucky guitar. So we could start with a picked nylon, but I'm thinking we use the muted setting. Might change this to electric soon, but I don't know. We'll see what we can make. So I'm thinking something kind of repetitive and catchy. Maybe we'll repeat this. Feeling that. Let us change something here. And if you notice, I've just strummed the notes out. But just to make it a bit more natural, we can change some of them so they're not all strummed exactly the same amount. And then we can also randomize the velocity. Let's pitch it down to maybe there. Let's go a bit darker. I think what we could do is copy these down. Alright, doesn't go that low. Let's pitch it up one. This could work. And then we could copy that. And then I'm thinking we just change something right at the end. I just want to hear what that sounds like with an electric guitar. So similar thing, we'll just turn the reverb down and we'll go for the muted setting. That sounds kind of hard too. We could swap between them. And then with that electric one, I think I want some sort of counter melody. So with this one, we'll go back to open. And I think for this, we just keep the pattern kind of simple and kind of dark. So I just changed a few notes, added some reverb too. Alright, cool. And now I think I need to layer those plucks with something, so maybe some sort of keys would sound good. You know what, Spitfire Labs might be the one for this. I use these keys a lot, but it's because they're so sick, man, and it's a free plugin. See what I mean? Maybe some halftime on the keys though. Let's try it up an octave. Yeah, maybe there. Let's try to bring this all the way to the left. That sounds kind of sick. This gives it a nice texture. Speaking of texture, I'm going to go to my Global Glitches Portal preset bank. And we're going to use this Crystal Swells preset, but we'll just bring down the mix. Again, that just adds another nice texture to it. Alright, so for the melody, I don't think it needs to be too crazy. I'm just thinking maybe one more layer. Either some sort of pad, some weird texture vibe, or even some vocals. I think something like this. Maybe not the high one. And then in my Deep Sweet bundle, I've got a bunch of presets, and these ones are perfect for vocals. Oh, that sounds kind of hard. Might even filter it more. Just want it really subtle. Alright, cool. So at this point, I want to start adding in some drums because I think when I start arranging it, I might want a B section or some sort of bridge where I bring in some strings, just like typical Eminem sounds. Let's just get some drums in for now. I could start with something like my beef snare, just to get a groove going, and then we'll figure it out from there. Still hits. I like this decap one too. And then we could layer it. Just every other one. Or we could just have all three like this. That could work as well. Right, for the hat pattern, I'm thinking kind of spacious but with some rolls. Something like this. Yeah, I think let's get rid of this one here, or we could shorten it. But with this, we could bring these down. Yeah, that could work. I'm feeling that. Alright, for the bass, I don't want to just go like standard trap, but I do think the Zay could work for a modern Eminem beat. And then in Doomsday 2, there's actually a reverse 808. It's kind of like this. Even like that, you know. Then at the end here, we'll just try to bring this the other way around. Alright, next up, I'm just hearing some sort of cymbal all the way through. So yeah, I found this real sounding cymbal, but I'm just going to adjust the envelope so I can make some shorter. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then I've got another open hat, but just using this sparingly. I'll actually stretch this one out because I want it to finish right on this bar here. Then maybe just one or two like random effects like this. Alright, cool. I think the drums are sounding sick so far. So this could be one section, and then I'll sort it out when I start arranging it. But in one other part, I definitely want to add a sub bass and then just some sort of bridge where the whole vibe changes. I'm going to split this up, copy it out a few times. So yeah, we want one part without the vocals. We don't need this guitar. Keep the counter out there. Keep this out. I think we'll keep these out of this part. This part by itself just sounds sick enough. And then we could bring the count melody in. And then in one part, we need vocals. Then I don't know how long to make the verse yet, but we'll just create a breakdown. So I'm thinking we could take the keys, or we'll take a different piano for this one. We'll get the Noir from Contact. Could probably start on the same chord, but then switch up the progression. Let's just randomize the velocity a bit. We'll strum them too. And then in this part, we'll just bring some notes up. Yeah, this is what I need to do actually. Getting rid of all of those notes, and then we're just gonna have the bass notes from the piano. Alright, and now we just need a sub bass under that, and then some strings. So we'll go to Analog Lab, go to my Sonic Suit kit. Let's try this one. We need that piano sounding a bit more moody though, so I'm going to add some reverb. Then also some RC20. And in my Planet Drill kit, I released a bunch of presets for this. So we'll just use my go-to preset. Then we'll increase the width too. Then we need more bass from that piano still. But then in these parts where the sub bass cuts out, we'll turn the EQ off. Alright, next up, I need to add some strings, so just a simple layer, and then maybe some live drums. It could sound sick. I think what I need to do is just start off with a violin, and then towards the end, all the other strings can come in too. Alright, and then from here, we can copy this, but then we need to add a second layer of strings, or just like a full orchestra. There we go. Let's get some drums in this section. Just need to make them real natural though. So I'm just making small changes, just bringing some off the grid. Alright, I'm changing the hat again. We just need a real sounding kick like this maybe. And then with some we can bring these off grid as well and adjust the velocity. Quick copy this. So all these drums, these are from my Source Boom Bap kit in my drum vault, but I've got another kit called the Timeless Drum Kit from my Timeless album. So I think we could maybe take an open hat from this. So really like this one. Then of course when I add an open hat, I'm gonna mute the hi-hat. That could be better. Alright, then I'm going to take all those drums, route them to an empty insert, and this just means that they're grouped together. Then we'll add knock, and then we could add some plate reverb, or maybe some bright hole. Sounds kind of hard. Okay, and then last thing at the end of this bridge is just going to be a choir. I'm just trying to build up as much energy as possible for the end of that bridge, and then it can just cut back into the other drums. See what I'm saying? Okay, so let's split this pattern. Got the melody. Because it's an Eminem track, sometimes he makes his bridges mad long, so I'm just going to do the same thing. I think we have no drums in this first part. We'll take the choir out there. And then some sort of riser. Alright, now we just need to figure out an intro. I think we just start with the guitars, then bring the counter in. Take a bit of that vocal as well. Alright, I know his verses are usually kind of long as well, but I'm just going to have this main verse here. We can carry on in this section, but we'll bring this vocal in, taking out these effects, and then I think we might not need this part. I think it could just go straight into this section. And then I'm changing my mind again, but I am going to make this bridge shorter. Let's bring this back. And then just to keep it simple, I'm going to copy this over. Alright, let's have a listen from the beginning, because I've been working on this beat for a long time, man. Definitely hear Eminem on this. Got those effects in here now. And then the vocals. And then of course we'll come into this bridge. This part sounds crazy, you know. You could imagine Eminem just picking up a lot of energy all the way through this verse. And then the live drums just completely switch up the vibe. Then of course we've got more strings here. So if you're feeling this one, then just let me know in the comments. And if you want more, just like this, then click up here.